because I was scared of my grades falling, I kept on not trying things that I would have liked to try.
What does it mean to you? What does it mean for a student to flourish? And how can one integrate the academics with personal development?
I think that the word flourish as a student definitely goes beyond academic excellence. So when you say that somebody is flourishing, it means that there's an entire... When students say, okay, I'm fresh out of uni, how do I build my CV?
Proof. What are those things that you think you missed while focusing on just being an excellent student?
Some of the things that being focused on a first class cost me, one is more chances to volunteer.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Flourishing Students Podcast. I remain your host, Gift Adedoyin. In the first part of this podcast, we talked about how to be a good student, what it took for you to achieve what you achieved, the things that you missed, how you read. And I think that you are really like an excellent student. I feel like a lot of people need to hear you. From the very first day I saw your video, I've been like, no, this woman has something for our world. And I'm really grateful once again that you are here. Let's take it back. We're going deeper now. You mentioned that there are some things that, of course, you missed while you were focusing on being a student. Mm-hmm. Now, once you go, you now talk about volunteering, people taking up roles. What are those things that you missed? Like specifically, what are those things that you think you missed while focusing on just being an excellent student?
Okay, so some of the things that being focused on a first class cost me, one is more chances to volunteer. Mm-hmm. So I was volunteering for particular roles and particular units in uni, but I could have done a lot more and still not have lost my first class. But I was a little scared. I kept on protecting like as if it was something that should be protected. So I was always, no. Right? Yes. But like in the cases wherein I volunteered, I was able to learn more skills. In fact, my intention to go into event management and event decoration later in life is largely fueled by volunteering in like ambience units for like 4 to 5 times throughout uni, right? So chasing a first class cost me more opportunities to volunteer. It also cost me the ability to start particular things early. Mm. So again, because I was scared of my grades falling, I kept on not trying things that I would have liked to try out. Example is I would have liked to own like a student-based business. If it would not have cost me many things, I would have learned even much more. Mm-hmm. I know things about money management, but I feel like that things like business and being a business owner will teach you that you can never learn like outside of.
And the student environment is a viable place for business, especially if it is targeted. Like you literally have a target audience.
Yes, I know people who are in uni right now who are like people that I know or people that I'm currently helping who make 7 figures in uni. And yes. Like the cross threshold, because students are always buying things, either food or clothes,
books, anything.
Students are always buying things, right? So I wish I had like started early. I also wish that I even started content creation early whilst in uni. It would have made more sense to have documented my wins and my struggles in real time and help other people grow. Because there are so many people saying, "Oh, how come I'm just finding this?" If I had tried it earlier, I not allow like fear or even like the fear of being seen or the fear of like losing my grades to hold me back. That it also cost me that. It also cost me even relationships, like I said earlier. Because I was always competing. I saw people as competitors instead of friends. In fact, the best grading student and I were friends in our first year. Over like 4 years, we had grown apart. Yes, there were like value discrepancies, but also from a point of this person is my competitor. Yes.
So I can't be so close.
Yes. So weirdly, she and the person who were then BGS overall were close and were friends.
And they made it.
Yeah. So it could have been like a group of three BGSs, but I was like, it's competition. We're here for business. Yes. Yeah. So it cost me that. I think it also cost me even like the ability to grow up or even to enjoy childhood. I think I grew up a little too fast. Because I had
many things to figure out.
Yes, I had adult problems. When people are talking about, I'm just like, oh, what people are doing is not what I'm doing, right? So because I was struggling or I was hell-bent on that, it caused me to have to face adult problems. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so you now advise students to volunteer. You advise people to take up roles. What are some roles or some organizations that you think that students should actually look at? Like some opportunities you think that no student should miss while on campus?
Okay, one will be to volunteer with your students association body. Your direct student association body, which is, it can either be for like the entire school
Student union,
or for your department.
departmental union.
Please be involved. It shows you how leadership works. Either as the leader or as the team member, you can learn both ways. Whilst I was still like a team member, I learned what good leadership looked like.
Already.
When I was a leader, I learned the things that leadership
to manage
demand.
people.
Yes. And I also could like pass it on. I like to say that ever since I left uni, my student association department, like my department student association, has been 10 times better because Tomiloba set the tone. And the reason why Tomiloba could set the tone was because Tomiloba saw two
Other people
do it not the best way.
So then you improved on it,
so
became better.
It teaches
so
you
people coming after
can do better. It teaches you both ways, either how to lead or even what leadership would look like. I think another thing that students should be involved in is even extracurricular activities. So if most student bodies or most universities will have other organizations or other events, volunteer
games,
for. Yes.
University games,
universities concerts,
yes.
Yes, university will have like standalone programs, even spiritual programs. Volunteer for some of these roles. It also helps you build diverse skills, so you're not limited.
Yes.
If you're a president of student association, you don't really understand. But all of those events, you can do ushering today, do protocol tomorrow, do welfare tomorrow. It helps you build an holistic
life.
Yes.
So you're not just you're not just in school for the academics. You're building your communication. You're building your leadership skills,
and you know something about every single thing, which either means that you either like now have a community of people that in the future you can rely on them for a particular thing because you know they are good in that area, or it also like gives you the knowledge. So you can never be fully stranded. Yeah, I think another thing that students should be involved in, like volunteering, would even be with like actual school practicals. So your courses might be practicals.
Yes.
Mine does it.
Yes.
Don't run away. If you're doing theater arts and they say we will do lead actress and you think you can, do it. You are doing two things. You are building your confidence and defeating shame in time. Mine was like with like baking and all of those things because it was like a kitchen-based course. You learn things. You learn table setting. Learn customer. Be involved in practicals.
Yes. Even if you're not practicing, there are things that stay with you beyond the actual course that you're studying.
Yes.
There are skills that stay with you beyond the actual course that you're studying.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. So now I always tell my students that holiday periods are not times where you go and sit in your daddy's house or you travel to grandma's place in Taraba. Did you have any holiday internship or anything like that? And how did it help you? And how would you advise students to actually ensure that they make use of their holidays to learn practical skills and or intern in the course that they are studying? How would you advise?
Okay, so I had that, but I had this only one time, and for that I am actually pretty sad because I wish that I'd not
done it like 2
yes, really because my uni was like a private uni, so I saw holidays as yay, I'm free. I can never no, I wish I had learned skills. I wish I had either taken up like, even if I was not going to do it, learned how to sew, learned how to play the guitar, even for like my course, like do something related. Because the one time that I did it, which was like with I did ABT Padon Airport, that experience changed how I even saw traveling out, or even like the ability to even like understand that particular things is not because you are necessarily rich, it's because convenience
to it.
Yes. Yeah. Or even like this is what it changes your orientation basically. So also because I think that it also builds proof, which is one thing I say when students say, okay, I'm fresh out of uni, how do I build my CV? Proof. How do you build proof?
What were you doing?
Your 3 months, what were you doing here? If you do 3 months here and you go and do airport here, do hospitality here, do catering here,
you're building your CV already.
Yes, do travel organization here. You've done 4 different sectors, like at least for tourism, you've done 4 different sectors of our entire industry. Somebody somewhere will want to hire you because then you can be a travel agent who can book hotels, who can who can build an entire nutrition plan.
You would always be preferred above someone that's just coming out. Yes. So the only thing that is on your CV is the secondary school and university that you went to.
Or even, which is also why they should volunteer. Because if you have led particular roles, I can trust you a little more. So yes, please, your 3 months should be taken seriously. The one time I did it changed my entire orientation, set me up for success, and there was even enough proof for my CV as well. Yes.
Okay, so the center of the Flourishing Student Podcast is Flourish. So what does it mean to you? What does it mean for a student to flourish, and how can one integrate the academics with personal development? Yes, when your parents send you to school, you are basically sent to go and study medicine, study whatever you're studying. But how can you incorporate the academics and then personal development? And then what does the word flourish as a student mean to you?
Okay. I think that the word flourish as a student definitely goes beyond academic excellence or academic success. So when you say that somebody is flourishing, it means that there's an entire growth or entire development that's happening to them. So for a student, it will mean academic excellence. It will mean emotional intelligence. It will mean building skills for the future, right? So maybe development or this stage of development in the middle. I think for a student to truly flourish, it will also mean interpersonal skills. So you're not one direct. Yes, knowing how to relate to people. I think it will also be in networking for a student to truly flourish. And networking does not even go upwards only; it goes horizontal as well. So with your students mates, yes, particular people that you are sure that whatever it is that they're going to build in the next 10 years, you want to be a part of it. You can just tell. This person continues the way they are going, with the drive that they have, the sky is their limit, right? So,
and I need to be able to access.
And you're not just accessing them because you want to just get what you can get from them. Also what you can contribute to their life.
Can collaborate.
Yes. So to truly flourish would mean sound emotional intelligence, learning what to say, how to say it, to whom to say it, look like interpersonal skills, knowing how to relate to people, being conscious of how your words affect people. Also looks like you being particular about even learning new things, communication skills. Can even look like even showing up skills. Because that's another thing that students don't. You go to class anyhow.
Just appear anyhow. Get in, the class is for 8, you're dragging in at 8:35.
How to show up the right way. How to even be disciplined. So to truly flourish would be to have all of these things under check, but the goal would be to not be a one-directional person. And so balance is not 50. Yes, balance is not 50-50. Balance is like intentional allocation. So this is better.
It's fine.
This,
yes, good.
Like that.
All right, thank you very much. So you started content creation and you speak, of course, to everything about life, but majorly to students. What prompted you? No, take that back. Right? Not majorly to students. Okay.
No, go ahead.
A large part of your content creation is like speaking to students and how they should go about in life. So what's prompted that journey and what feedbacks have you been receiving? Do you think we need more people to actually go along that line?
Yes. First and submost, yes. I think more people should actually try to cater to the students' community. We don't know. There was one time I checked and I think there were 16,000 university students per time.
Of course.
And there will always be more students.
Of course.
People are always leaving uni, people are always joining uni. So first things first will be, yes, more people should go into that field. More people should even talk about the use of AI in education, which is something I want to start talking.
That's how to use it well.
How to use AI well.
Not just copy ChatGPT and you're copying it.
How to use AI well. What types of AI tools do we have that students can use, right? So I think more people should go into it. People can even talk about how, because I can speak about how my grades have done well, how I got there, and how that has opened doors for me, how I'm utilizing them. But particular people are falling short of great grades, either 4.4, 4.5. They can cater to that unit of people who are constantly trying but never meeting up. That is an entire nation its own. So more people should go into it based on your experiences. There are definitely people who are in your category who need the knowledge that you have. So yes, if you're thinking about educational content, start it. Yes. You will always find your people. Your people will always find you. And so when I started, I didn't start with the intention to pursue student-based content, really. I wanted to actually just document my life as a 21-year-old, how I left uni, what life looks like now. However, people then found it, and I saw that people were in need of it.
It was relatable. Yes. There was a lot, there's need for it.
Yes, really. And that's why I've stuck to it. In fact, I realized that even when I don't do educational content, my views deep a bit because people genuinely want
to
content.
learn.
But I know that I can't be allowed to be boxed in.
Of course.
So I think that one reason why I have now stayed with it, not because I didn't want to start it. One reason why I have now stayed with it because I realized that people actually need that knowledge. And there are things I could have done better if I even got this knowledge earlier.
Yes.
If I found out that all that there is to life is not
school,
book, and I can volunteer and my CGPA will not drop, all of those things, I would have done them. And I would have just been better positioned. And as for feedback I've gotten, amazing, humbling, really. I always say that I cannot believe that this is my life because you see people open up to you in like the most vulnerable way. You see people even come back to say, Tomiloba, thank you for this. This made. And some days I will cry. I'll be like, why? Like, why did you come to me with this emotional?
I'm not an undergraduate, but I don't like to miss your reads. Whenever I see it, I listen because I know that there's something to be learned.
Thank you.
So while we try to conclude this thing, what are the mistakes that you think high-performing students make, and how can they avoid making them?
I think first on my list would be attaching their identity to their grades. Yeah.
All that is about you is not just
your grades. Yes, even high-performing students, high-performing adults, I attaching who you are to what you can amass or what you can become or what you are becoming. Don't do that because every single time that thing is then threatened, you then get into an existential crisis. You don't know who you are. You can't understand why your mood keeps fluctuating. It's because your views are low. It's because your grades is low. That's why that's it, right? So it will be to attach your identity. You're not that. In fact, it is because this is your identity. That's why this particular thing can follow, right? And then I think it would also be being one directional. Many people who are high achieving are one directional. We find it difficult to balance things, find it difficult to like multitask or to multi-chase, right? So it would be to actually like slow down and allow other things happen. Another thing that high achieving people face is that they move on too quickly, either especially from their wins, which is a bad thing. So you do something and you're like, okay, what's the next thing to do?
It's not so much of a big deal after all.
And it allows, you're not able to feel things, to feel what you have done, feel the impact, and maybe even learn from it. So it will be to slow down and allow life to happen and live in it fully. Don't constantly chase the next big thing because you want to feel that validation. It will also be to like know when to stop, know when to say no. Do you get? Because don't push yourself too hard. If you're trying to get a first class and it's not coming easy, because you're an achieving person, some people will actually like overdose on maybe caffeine
just to stay
awake. And you don't understand that even sleep is a strategy.
Of course.
Resting and your brain getting that is a strategy. So it will be to actually like know when to stop, know when to put a pin in it, know when to say this high performing thing, high achieving thing is costing me my life and costing me like my relationships. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. If you were back in school, 100 level Tomiloba, fresher in Redeemers University, what would you do differently?
Maybe join church service units early. Okay. I didn't serve in uni in church chapel until my second year because I wanted to build my CGPA.
You can do it all.
You
and
can do it all. I
tell people, really, that's one thing I tell people. You can actually have it all. Maybe not at the same time and at the same pace, but if you give like enough time, if you put things in place, you can have it all. You don't need to just one thing. You are a student, is very important. Of course, that's why you are there. But there are some other things you can actually also do.
Yes.
So please don't just put all do your academics, so that's why you are there. But then your brain, if you can achieve a first class, you can also be a first class person in this other part.
Yes.
You can also achieve this, you can do business, you can just find a way to just balance it all.
Yes. So it would be if I had a chance to go back, it would be to actually start serving in chapel a lot earlier. It would also be maybe working on interpersonal skills, interpersonal relationship skills. Because in like my very first year, I was everywhere with like people, right? I had a carry me attitude, so I was always everywhere, right? So I didn't build depth in my friendships. I just built surface level friendships, and that affected how the relationships, like if that fizzled out or even like evolved over the years. So it would have been to be intentional with the people that I related with a lot more, help people feel seen, and then it will be to actually start saving early. Like,
all right. Thank you very much. So on a final note, what's your advice to students that actually want to get a first class? And finally, if you were to talk to students every day of your life and that's what you do, what would you tell them again and again that would not be hold? Just like a general advice on the concluding part.
For students who want to get first class, I'll tell them to map out their goals early. Know that you want it, then work towards it. Also, don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. There's so much.
Collaborate.
Yes, there's so much counseling, like multitude, right? So reach out to people. I would also tell them to not allow that to be the entire thing they pursue for 4 or 5 years.
That should not be all that is about your life.
Pursue other things. Chase other things that bring you joy. Learn new skills along the way. Meet people. I would also tell them to know they would have to learn the art of balance and know what to prioritize per time and season. And finally, it would be to never give up and never think it's not possible.
Yes.
It's not over until it's over. If you fall short in a particular semester, you can rise again. As long as you can keep on calculating that if you got a 5.0 every single semester, you still get a first class GPA, then it means that you can constantly try to get there until when you can't anymore. So don't get tired. Also, don't think you've arrived. Don't think that because you now have
the best graduating student in your school, you're not the best graduating student in the world.
Yeah, don't think they have arrived. Like, don't even think that because you're now on a 4.5, you can't relax now. Constantly aim to be better, and then constantly aim to be better for even outside of uni. Then if I were to talk to students every single day, and something that I would never get tired of saying, and I don't think you will ever get tired of hearing, it would be that there is more to life than your academics. It's a stepping stone. It's not all that there is to life. So I'll tell them to constantly keep on chasing better outside of uni, but I'll also tell them that for uni, they should hold their gut tight. Hold your gut tight too. Like, yeah, that's like would be like a major thing. If I had to talk to students every single day, I'd also tell them that competition is a thief of joy. Don't do it. Or comparison majorly. Don't constantly compare yourself. You are enough. You being you is the reason why the world goes round. Like, you being here it adds salt and light to thousands of people's lives, right? So constantly stay here.
Oh, so this has been such an exciting conversation. Thank you very much, Ms. Tomiloba, for sharing with us on how your journey has been. It's been such an inspiring journey, and I know that you are not there yet, of course. You're still continuing to achieve greater things, and I know God is going to see you through. We will drop a link to your social media handle so that people can follow you and learn from you, because, of course, you drop new things every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
To my audience, she has said it. She has said a lot of things. There's more to life than your academics. Your academics is very, very important, but there is more to life that you can actually achieve as a student than your academics. All right. So thank you very much for joining us on today's episode of the Flourishing Student Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, invite a student to come and see what we are doing here. We'll have more episodes, more guests. We have a lot in store. Like, follow, share, and yes, I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.